T Green Man, freestyle. Impossible? Nothing's impossible. Cause I got the heart of a champion. Impossible, I'm possible, 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 impossible, I'm possible. Every day I open my eyes, I see coming at me these flies. Came from maggots that trying to hold me down, like the devil trying to drag me to the ground. Understand my sound, I ain't bound. I'm representing, going hard inside my town. Living it, AZ, represent PHX, out the game. Harder than the effects, you can't perplex me. Can't shake my storm. Out my game, inside I'm always warm. When the cold coming, you know I hang. Out the way, I'm jumping off the trampoline. I bounce up every time I hit the ground. My sound is unbound, I'm unfound, profound. You do everything, it's like a merry-go-round, jumping on the swing every day because I know I'm the king. I sit and meditate and educate. Why these people come around trying to take away, try to come and hate, try to come deflate. Out my way, I come and just alleviate and ascend to the top of the game. Everything inside me is the top of my pain, but insane. Everything I'm straight come, you know I'm wrong. Every day that I'm strong, impossible, I'm possible, 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 impossible, I'm possible. There comes a time in life where people around you tell you your dreams are impossible, that what you're gonna achieve is outside of your reach, that you'll never accumulate what you need to be able to make it. Well, I'm here to tell you, that's wrong. This a freestyle, one stance. Every time I'm on the beat, I just enhance. Take a glance, I take a stance. Get on my lyrics every time, it's like, whoa, I'm up and down. I'm on my sound with the underground. Ain't nobody be coming hard, cause I'm in around. Like Mike Tyson trying to take and knock me out. Every time I struck in, I struck out. So I'm here to just win, I begin. I came from a past of sin. I'm here to take a spin on the top. I look on the ground, I live inside of my sound. I take it every day that I'm bound. I try to pay off the own contract. The effect, I'm trying to pay it like an artifact. Every day, the game is just me. I'm trying to be the ability to be free. People keep on telling me that I won't make it. Get off the mic, can't, cause you can't take it. Hip hop ain't in your veins, but I keep going cause it's in my pains. It's therapy. It gets away, takes the beats to me. It rises like yeast, takes away the soul's deceased. Flying here like the geese, I'm going hard cause I come like a beast. Impossible, I'm possible. 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 We are all champions. Let's get ready for another story. What is going on, guys? Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the different style today. You know, I was going a little different for the story. So hold on, let me fix this a little better. But I'm also fixing how you're gonna look at me for this from now on, so you can see me straight on instead of the side view. I figure might be a little bit better. So today is an interesting topic. First off, I just want to go off and go on the record and say I do have a dad. He's been my dad. He actually adopted me when I was 3.5 years old. That's why I have his name. But there was a time period in between that I didn't have a dad. My brother who passed actually was kind of like my dad in a sense. He was the one who kind of took care of me in that meantime. But there was another guy that we're going to talk about today. It's always kind of been a question in my head, and I don't really talk about it much, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who have similar situations. So I'll kind of tell you
what I'm dealing with, how I'm dealing with it, things like that. So basically, there was a guy my mom met. I'm not even gonna go into details about too much, but yeah, this guy was in her life, and a lot of things happened in that time frame that I don't really know the true facts on. I just know it was very unhealthy. The relationship didn't even, I don't believe, lasted until I was born, and they weren't together even, I believe, when I was born. But I will say, in his pre-side, I did hear that he actually he had started a business, so that's something similar we have in common. Very athletic. I'm very athletic. I don't lose my form. I'm always like in shape. I can easily like do 50 push-ups at any time, like throughout my life. I've never not been able to, and I'm like 34 years old. So, and you can just tell by how I look. I've always been told I look young. So yeah. So I just definitely I see that, and I also a lot of the other things, like I pick up on a lot of like mechanical stuff with my hands pretty easily. Even though I don't really like to do it, I'm really good at it. But and he tragically lost all that when he was like 21. He got into an accident on drugs. Another thing we have in common, except for I kind of stepped away from it because I had a bad vibe when I got on that stuff when I was younger. I did coke and I've done meth, things like that, and definitely not something I wanted to get addicted to. Actually, when I was 15, young age, on meth, I went to my mom and told her I needed help. My dad, who adopted me, put me in a rehab, and I might throw that in as a story, but backtrack where I was at with this guy. Heard a lot of stories about him. Definitely the drug things and all that. I don't really want to disclose too much personal stuff because it involves issues with my family. My brother told me something, before he passed, about one of the last times I saw him, when he was still, functionable. Not, in the last 2 weeks when I saw him then, but when a couple years before that, we had like a conversation when I came to visit in my early time of my sobriety, of when I first stopped drinking. So it's definitely an issue. So now, how I have dealt with it. Well, like I said, I had a dad who's really been there. My mom divorced him, and give respect to this man. He paid child support on me even after my mom divorced him, and that's pretty respectable. And he's maintained that love with me to this day. Him and my mom don't get along, which is fine, as long as they both love me. That's all I care about. It made it hard when my mom moved when we were younger. I had to, especially in my early time looking for dad, and then having to look for dad again after the divorce. So it's two different separate periods. I luckily never really got attached to the first dad, the one that my legal blood. But moving on. My dad actually told me not too long ago that he's like, man, you should go find him. It might answer a lot of questions. So, I finally started looking into it, and I hope one day that I get to at least meet the guy. I don't know if it would be a friendship or nothing. I have a dad, so I don't really want another one, but I wouldn't mind, a friendship maybe, if I felt good vibes. I'm pretty good at judging a character. It might just be from afar, we never know. But it's definitely one of those things that always, I think, a lot of kids battle, is the true identity is their father. And I think that a lot of people forget that in society today, a lot of the reason people are the way they are is because they don't have one of their parents, or one of their parents isn't involved in their life, and it just relies on one parent. Some people, and then what's sad too is it's like a 50-50 depending how many kids each of those parents have. Because when you grow up in a one-parent family where that one parent predominantly takes care of the child, it turns into like a 50-50 shot on each shot, how each one's gonna go. Even with me, I'm lucky I probably should have been one of the failures, but I was able to catch on to my bad mistakes and consistent behavior that wasn't healthy, and change it. And luckily I caught it soon enough before it had irretrievable effects that I couldn't fix. There was nothing I could do at that point. I'm still not sure to this point, just due to the fact of all the drinking I did to myself for like 10 years. So, like I said, we'll go into that too, but something I just wanted to put a story out there again. I don't know how this would link to other stories, but it's just something that's kind of a story throughout my lifetime of something that I've kind of harbored around that I don't really talk about to too many people. So I figured I would put it out there, and I'm sure a lot of people have this issue, and maybe it's an issue people need to start talking about, because maybe if a lot of us people started, all of us people, because we're all people, man. That's one thing I identify, is that we're all the same people. We're all human beings. So I'm sure if all human beings started to, actually, looking at this problem on all levels, who knows, we might get some growth there, just that alone. So I think more of a responsibility thing. That's really all life is about, is responsibility. So this is my thing. I hope you enjoy this new style. I got another story tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.